Hi, this is Majinoni, and here's my review for The Amazing Spider-Man 640. There's going to be spoilers, so if you haven't read your book, come back later. Now, I'm really confused by this. Now, it's not that the story is too complicated that I can't figure it out. I'm confused about why they did what they did, and you'll see in just a second. Okay, what we have here is Mary Jane and Peter are still talking, and this is like the present. Then it goes back to the past. The doctor's saying that he was surprised to see Aunt May survive. He's like, she was written off, but the only thing I can say is love saved her. I'm like, yeah. You have a nurse here who's looking mighty suspicious, and what she does is she makes a phone call to the Wilson Fisk, says that the Aunt May's alive, and Fisk wants her to take care of business, but she's like, I'm not doing anything. We are clear, even, and I'm not, I'm done with it. So Fisk, is very, very, like a simple man. He says, sure, no problem. So he places another phone call, and he lets somebody know that there's a list, take care of the people on the list, and take care of a nurse who has a gambling problem. So we go back here. They're at the hospital. Mary Jane receives a phone call, and she's basically, this is her aunt Anna, and she basically is hearing some noises outside. Tells it Mary Jane don't worry about it, but Mary Jane's cell phone dies. Well, as you can see, she needs to worry about it. There's a masked guy out there. So Mary Jane takes a cab. 20 minutes later, she's home. Masked intruder, apologizing to the aunt, saying, she didn't have to be this way, he needs to kill Mary Jane, gotta make it, you gotta work out his debt to the kingpin. Lucky for her, Mary Jane comes in, smashes the pot, now she goes running, dogs interfere, gets away, Peter wakes up, he freaks out. Where's Mary Jane? He senses there's trouble. Doc doesn't want to leave. Peter asked the doc to watch Aunt May, but he's like, I got rounds to make. He shows him the uniform, and he's like, oh yeah, I should have recognized you. And then he says, don't worry about it. So basically, based off of this, up to now, we know that everything that happened, with Civil War, the unmasking, and all that stuff happened. And everybody remembers Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Okay, so from there, there's a chase, more chasing, and finally the killer catches up to Mary Jane, and he shoots. Now, right as he shoots, Spider-Man interferes. So I don't know based on the picture it looks like she got hit, but I don't think she got hit. And I'll explain that in a second. Spider-Man beats him up a little bit, and then he goes, wait a second, I recognize you, I know you. And he's like, payback's a bitch. And he mentions something about the kingpin, blah blah blah. And then Spider-Man puts him away. He swings across town, tells the aunt that Mary Jane's okay, ends up at Dr. Strange's place, and is basically casting a heal spell on her. She'll wake up. She'll be fine. That's no big deal. So this is where it goes for a loop. Because Peter's like, I shouldn't have done this unmasking. All of this tragedy is happening because of that. And my family's in danger, and he wants Dr. Strange to basically mind wipe everybody. And Dr. Strange says, I have to think about it, and he sends an astral image to Reed and Tony to debate what to do. Now, see, this is where I'm going. I don't quite understand all these great lengths that hoops that they're going to. Now, I understand that the wish is causing everything to happen. You know, the wish caused Aunt May to be alive again. The wish caused them to be separated. The wish is now going to cause this part of the story's basically going to make everybody forget who Peter is, Spider-Man is. And to me, what I'm confused about is, while it does seem a bit logical, I don't see Doctor Strange even considering mind-wiping everybody. You know, it doesn't seem Doctor Strange-like, I guess you can say. So that's where I'm kind of like concerned. I'm not concerned, but I'm like wondering what's going on. Now, the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chalk it up to the fact that if it's the wish, Mephisto is manipulating things, so that's, I just have to take that as face value. I want to say that the story got stronger, but I think what's going to happen is I think some people are going to say this is a fantastic piece of comic, and I think there's going to be another large portion of people, especially the people who resisted One More Day and those things, those series, and they're going to hate this, outright hate this. I'm on the fence right now. I still want to see what the payout's going to be, but I think this is like basically a love-hate story, and I'm just hoping they end it well. That's all I can hope for. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it on the side. Do you think that Doctor Strange is going to do the right thing? Or, you know, maybe do you think they should have escalated things, like maybe cause Mary Jane to get hurt more, or her aunt get killed, or, you know, some other great tragedy in his life? Because it seems like Mephisto's been pretty nice so far with granting the wish. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it on the side. Subscribe to the channel, and until next time.